Pharaoh's Realm podcast. I'm your host, BlackPharoah, and today we have what I consider the COD power couple of streaming. If you see one, you see both. In duos, they are deadly together. I've had the privilege to run some matches with them, and we may not always get the win, but we always get some comedic content every time we play. And when you add Demo in there, it's just like, oh my God, it's straight hilarious. And that's what, again, to me, real content is. I first popped into the stream. So I was on Pipeline's Discord, and I was looking for somebody to raid. And this was on Facebook Gaming at the time, and so I jump in. I see this name, and I said, okay, let me jump in the stream and check it out. And I mean, he was in there just going off, and I, made a little comment, and he didn't see it at the time. So a couple of days later, he comes to my stream. He's like, "Oh my God, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I missed your raid. I'm so sorry." I'm like, dude, it's okay. Like, you were in the moment, you was in the match. It was fine. It was all good. And I think he apologized to me like 10 times after that. I was like, dude, it's
12 maybe.
It's okay. Like, we're good. And I've gotten to know them over the last couple of months, and I mean, they're just like extended family. And like I said, whenever we get together on a game, we have a great time. As a matter of fact, their son taught me how to play Fortnite the other night, and I got 5 dubs playing first night for the first time ever. Like, how awesome was that? That I had a young kid teaching my old behind how to play Fortnite, but I had a great experience with it. And I'd like to introduce you to guys formerly known as the Circus, now known as the Storm, Marisol and Sweet. So let's give them a round of applause.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, Marisol, let me start with you. What game was the first game that got you started in gaming? Like, not streaming, but like, okay, I'm into this video game thing.
So, this question always gets asked of gamers, and you always hear the same answers. Oh, I had an Atari. I had a Nintendo. We all had Ataris or Nintendos or Turbo, if you remember the Turbo Graphics. We all had those things, but those are kid things, I felt like. They're not the beginning of a gamer.
Okay.
Everybody played them. We were all still playing outside and skating or biking and doing everything else. I think gaming started for me with a small game that a lot of people never heard of, was Total Annihilation. And real online gaming started with Star Wars Galaxies.
Okay.
Total Annihilation's it's like a Command and Conquer, but it always had a different feel to it. But it's a base building war game. Okay. Build up a base, you build an airport, level it to level 2 to unlock more planes or more tanks, more soldiers. But it's all robots instead of soldiers. Right. And that was the first game that made me want a game. Wow, always, this is what I want to do.
So that's kind of like, I guess, those games, Sims-like. Almost, I guess that would be almost Sims-like, where you start from the bottom and then
strategies.
Right, strategy. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I guess
I'd say that's definitely where I really became a gamer.
Okay, that's interesting. Like I said, I don't think I've heard of Total and Star Wars. I know the Star Wars games. Total, I'm gonna have to look that game up. I haven't, and that was on PC. That game, or
back like Windows 95, 98 kind of days. Yeah, like there wasn't PC gaming at that time.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think PC gaming then was like you had your Dooms and your Wolfensteins and those type of games. But all right, yeah, I'm definitely going to go back. I'm always digging back for the classic games, so I'm gonna definitely have to look Total Annihilation up. Like I said, I haven't. I mean, I see what they've evolved into now on the mobile. Like, you see those type of games now on mobile, and not so much the strategy on PC. Like you probably should, because those are fun. I used to play Civilization a lot. That was one of my favorite games.
Oh, I have Civ 6. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Civilization. Like that game was just awesome, especially doing the raids and stuff like that. Oh man, you taking me back, man.
You see the grays, man. I'm not that young. I got the old games in me. You want to go shooters? We'll break out GoldenEye and see who's the real deal.
Listen, I tell everybody all the time, GoldenEye was the original free-for-all battle royale. That was the original. And mind you, it wasn't like how it is now, where everybody's on a different monitor. You had 4 screens that was split in, you had a screen that was split in 4s, and you had to make sure, don't cheat, don't look where I'm looking, but that's really what it what it was back then. Oh, like I said, the GoldenEye battles we used to have with my friends were phenomenal. Like I said, that's a game. Well, I'll ask this question later, but I would really like to see something done with GoldenEye at some point.
Oh yeah.
So, Sweets, let me ask you the same question. What got you into gaming? Like, what was your start into gaming?
Mine was Halo. It had, released out, and I was like, okay, let me see what all this is, and went through the campaign, and I'm like, ooh, and then multiplayer, and I loved it. I fell in love with, how you could split between the first person shooter to, you could go to third person, things like that, and it was really the first person shooter that, drew me in, and Halo still is probably my favorite game. If I could go back and play it, I would.
Now they got the new one that's coming out. Are you going to be playing that new one that comes out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Halo Infinite, we're gonna be on that, especially if their rumors of a battle royale are true. And after the last advertisement that they showed was people jumping out of a plane, and it said only the hottest drops, and that was their last advertisement. Yeah, I think there really is a battle royale coming. I think we're going to be in that.
Yeah,
I'm probably rusty, but
well, like a lot of people, I know. Like I said, Halo, they've had some titles since their earlier success releases, but I mean, a lot of people be Call of Duty rusty, as I say, because they get so used to playing COD to now go back to Halo, which, I mean, a lot of big streamers talk about that's where they kind of got their start at, and Halo kind of missed me a little bit. I tried to play that. I tried to play Gears of War, but I'm actually excited and probably going to look to start playing Halo as well. Like I said, I just started playing Destiny 2 because of you both. So I was, and I totally,
Such a fun game.
Totally missed out on that. I mean, when I started playing, I was like, wait a minute, this game is actually fun. It's not all wizardry and spells and all this other stuff that I thought it was. And it was actually a lot of fun. So I am as well looking forward to playing Halo when it does eventually drop, because I think it was supposed to drop with the new Xbox, and then it didn't drop, and now they're probably gonna push it to probably Christmas. I think it is now. Is it Christmas?
They're talking holidays. Yeah.
Holidays, yeah, because they know that's. I mean, anything at this point, you drop it anytime soon, it's not gonna get the buzz that it's gonna get with people buying new systems. Because I mean, by that time, hopefully, the second generation parts of the new systems that came out are out. That's what I'm waiting for. That's why I haven't gotten a new Xbox. Right. I'm waiting for them to fine tune it before I go out and buy it, because but that first generation, everything, the overheating, everything happened. So I'm kind of waiting on that. So are you guys looking forward? So are you guys looking forward to getting into one of the newer consoles?
I think for me with the PC, I don't see the point, because I'm still primarily playing controller on PC. Mm-hmm. I think certain games like Tarkov 7 Days don't really have that option. But I don't really see the need for the PC, because I feel like in one way or another, just about every game's available for PC that's on console.
Right.
Most of the time, with a small exceptions. But all the big games that have the most interest are generally always available on PC as well. So I don't really know. I mean, we do have an Xbox Series X, which is what Sweets was playing on until we got the PC.
Okay.
But I just don't see the need to go back to it right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of even been me. Like, I have the Xbox One. I can't even say the last time I turned that thing on. Since I discovered COD on PC, I was like, whoa. I said, let me see what all this fuss is about. And I when I downloaded, I was like, whoa, like, okay, this is awesome. The movement, it felt like you was moving faster. My aim, my kills, everything just felt better on PC. So I was like, yeah, the new Xbox is actually gonna wait for me. Like I'm in no, like you said, I'm in no rush. Everything that's coming out is basically on PC now, and now with Microsoft buying that studio, it's gonna open up more games, via the Game Pass and stuff like that. So speaking of Microsoft, let me ask you guys this: were you ever on Mixer at any point? Are you familiar with Mixer?
I know of it more about from you and Demo. But
okay.
It was. I got into streaming with Facebook back mid of last year.
Okay.
about the time Mixer was taking its downturn.
Gotcha.
I got into streaming just a couple of months before what I'm going to generously call the Facebook buyout, because that's, although it wasn't a direct buyout, that's with everything Facebook did, that's what it ended up being.
Yeah,
We saw most of the streamers took contracts with Facebook. So
yeah, we call it the blip, because it was like all of a sudden they just snapped their finger and they was like, they was just, I mean, so many streamers had invested in their time into that, and then it's like, I mean, I knew at least 3 streamers who quit their full-time jobs to go to Mixer, and it was like, okay, in 60 days you got to find a new job, new platform, build everything brand new. Like,
it's, I mean, it was very shocking. I mean, I knew of its existence. At the time when I started, I felt that Facebook was the better option because of the availability of reach on how many people there are. Because even, and we are on Twitch now, and I'm much happier with that. But in theory, at the beginning, Twitch should, in theory, have the reach that Facebook has, because in theory, you can reach everybody on the planet almost with Facebook.
Right.
But
Yeah, I didn't
the calculations on paper don't work out in reality like you would think they would.
So let's talk about your transition from, because I've made a similar transition from, I mean, I do occasionally go back, you know, like I say, Facebook gaming is the girlfriend that I wanted to marry, but then I ended up marrying Twitch, because Twitch was just a better option. So talk about your transition, like, and I'll ask you both this question, like, what has that transition been like from Facebook gaming to Twitch?
I mean, it was rough. It really was. I mean, we had spent a lot of time and effort on Facebook. FBG for a time was real good to us. We had really spent a lot of time figuring out the algorithm and putting that to work for us once we had established how the algorithm, or at least how we felt like it was working. We had generated from June, I think our first stream was like June 15th last year. So June 15th, 2020. Between June 15th and 2020 and mid-October, we had crossed the 10,000 follower mark.
Wow.
In early September, we were averaging 20 to 25 viewers a stream. So things were going in the right path. We weren't hitting follow for follow pages. I don't believe in that kind of thing. It doesn't work, because you need viewers in streaming. I do believe that you shouldn't watch your view counts while you're streaming, because it'll affect how you act and how you communicate and how you react to what's going on. But your view count is where you turn this into a profession versus a hobby.
Right.
So with the Mixer blip, with the changeover, and I know it's probably a conspiracy theory for a lot of people or anything, but it lines up timing wise that there was, no matter what it was for, whether it was Mixer related or not, there was a major algorithm shift in FBG that happened in mid-September. Everybody felt that from the top down, and I won't name drop anybody, but you saw supporter counts of even the majorest players drop, and reach dropped, and we were averaging 9 to 15,000 reach on each one of our streams, and it went overnight. It went to 300.
Yeah.
Our viewer counts bottomed to literally nobody. It was us and maybe a couple of friends of ours that happened to stop by. That was it. It went to no reach. We were no longer getting anything, and the followers, spot checking randomly, the followers that I could talk to said they weren't getting notifications anymore. When they go and check, their notifications were turned off, and they turn them back on, they turn off again. And Facebook still claims that it was just a fault in the programming, and I don't know, but it really is what opened the door to us trying to make decisions. Do we try to wait this out and see what happens, or do we try to open up and do multi-streaming platform? And that's what we did. We went to streaming YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, multi-streaming all of our streams for about 60 days. And we saw a very quick jump on Twitch. And that's what helped make our decision to go to there.
Yeah, because I remember you guys made affiliate like super fast. It was like I blinked and it was like, yeah, we got affiliate.
27 days.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, like, you know, and like I said, I'm always in your stream. I call you guys my bedtime streamers, because I'm usually winding down in the evening, and I'll throw you guys on, and of course I'm hitting the channel point challenges on you all the time, which I enjoy.
God.
I know I gotta make your life as a friend. I have to make your life just a little difficult.
I don't do real good with the community challenges because I always make the community challenge points something everybody else wants to see me do that I really don't want to do. But that does seem to get the involvement, which is what we're after. So
Right. Because the Phasmophobia one was good, because I think you yeeted your flashlight, and I forgot who did it, and then I came in right after, not knowing that they did it, and I came in right after and did the same thing. He was like, "Oh my God, I got it again."
and I had just gone through like 35 minutes of challenging people in different things they set up just to be allowed to equip a low grade flashlight alone in the bottom of the asylum. And here comes BP in with the win with another yeet.
You like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this."
I literally remember that stream. It was no Pharoah. No.
Yeah, I didn't see that somebody else had already used the command. So
it was hilarious.
But it was funny. And like I said, I enjoy, when you get, now I can honestly say, audience, and for those of you that are watching the video, when he gets killed, 9 times out of 10 there's some BS. It's like, how did he get killed? Like, how? But when you it's not a break your keyboard rage, but your level, like, you just turn red, and it's like, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for the rage. I'm here for the rage, because it is so, it's funny in a good way, and I love it. So, so now I see that you've been playing Minecraft. So how's your experience with Minecraft been? I guess that's kind of like your calm. Yeah, I think you call it your calm day, like your Minecraft Mondays. And I saw Sweet, you're playing. Like, I saw you playing yesterday. I was lurking, and I was like, I'm like, this forward? Like, I don't understand Minecraft. So kind of tell me about your experiences playing Minecraft, because I know that's starting to grow now again as far as streaming.
Minecraft, okay, to get the family in it, I mean, I'll let Kayla explain how Minecraft started with us.
Okay.
It was COVID. We were stuck in the house, quarantined, and trying to figure out things to do with the kids, because you've got 3 of them and they're cooped up in the house, and we can't go outside, can't play with their friends, can't even go to the grocery store.
Right.
And that's my escape, is the grocery store. But we came to the realization of, like, okay, let's try some of the things that we have here at the house. Let's, games on the consoles, board games, so forth, so on. And everybody decided, okay, let's build our own little community in Minecraft. And that's what we did.
Nice. Like I said,
like 11 days straight, 4 to 5 hours a day.
Oh, you guys are going. Oh, you guys are all in.
I was beating my head against a wall.
We were.
But it, like she said, it was the one thing that kept the sanity in the room. Right. So I had an old gaming PC, which Minecraft doesn't take much to run. Mm-hmm. So we were able to hook up the old gaming PC, the PC. I had that PC. I had my laptop. We were able to hook those up, and then we were running the main TV in the living room had a PS4 hooked to it, and then we had an Xbox One hooked up to another TV that 2 of the kids were split screening on.
Wow!
So we had all 5 of us sitting in a living room playing together, and this is before the stream started or anything else. So, but that was the only thing we could come up to do that kept everybody's focus. Because you're building things in Minecraft, you're not just looting and having it. You have to you loot things to build bigger things, to construct bigger and build up. It's very time consuming. Right. To get anywhere drastic, to get anywhere real in the game, it's very time consuming, which is great when you're stuck in a house for 14 days with 5 people, 2 dogs, 2 bearded dragons, and no sanity.
Wait, you said bearded dragons?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh my God! You have to put it on stream. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to put them on stream at some point. I can't.
She's the mother of dragons.
I'm a city kid from New York City, and I even jump when I see geckos down here in Florida. Like they like, and them things is like this big, and they'll no. I don't. I'm a city kid.
Oh no, we have a German giant, and he's roughly
28.
27, 28 inches long. He's huge, but he is the biggest baby. I mean, I kiss him right on the tip of his nose, and he snuggles, and he is the sweetest thing
I
ever.
used to come home and find her and him asleep on the couch, him laying on her chest asleep, and they're both under a heated blanket. And I'd find them that way, and she'd say they'd been that way for 2 hours.
So what do you even feed? What do you feed a bearded dragon? Like what does it eat?
It's mostly like collards, not lettuce, but like
Oh, okay.
salad stuff. You know, carrots, blueberries are his favorite.
Oh, so they're basically they're vegetarian. They don't eat meat or nothing like that.
Well, you can feed them crickets, and yeah, it's about 80% veggies and 20% as far as like crickets and mealworms and waxworms and things of that sort. But mostly it's the veggies.
Okay, because I got a visual in my head because I know somebody that has a snake, and I was thinking, wait a minute, I don't think you feed these things mice or rats.
They
or something
can
like
eat pinkies, the little baby mice. They can't eat those.
Oh, okay, the little
Kayla
white.
doesn't do
Okay.
that. She doesn't
don't
want
do
to feed it
that.
baby mice.
Yeah, I've seen that battle. It just looks too violent. So let me ask you guys this: what has been your greatest achievement at this point in your streaming journey? Like, what is the one thing that you both are most proud of, as far as what you've done in streaming so far?
I think so far, switching over to Twitch. And not because it's led to any such amazing success that I am now, I'm now like second to Dr. Lupo or Tim or Tapman or anything like that. Not because of that, but because of what at the time was just fear of what to do. But looking back at it, the courage that it took for us to make that decision and make that transition to leave what we had already spent 6 to 8 months building at Facebook and start over, 0 followers, 0 viewers, and to start over and try to build where we're at now, where we just hit 125 followers a few days ago.
Nice.
And we're now hitting 4.8 to 4.8-ish average viewers now for the month.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say that's our biggest accomplishment. It's not an accomplishment yet per se, but I think that's our biggest gold star, is having the courage to do that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to step out on faith. What about you, Sweets?
Right.
What would you think it'd be?
I think as far as me, the streaming part really isn't. I mean, it's a huge achievement. I mean, to put yourself out there in front of who knows, that's sitting there watching you, and you're conversating with them. But I think it's the family that we have been able to come in contact with through Twitch. All of the people that we've been able to meet and, just have each other's back I think that part is the most amazing for me.
Yeah, and like I said, I am a member of your community, and I must say it's chill. There's no trolling and nothing like that. And if there is, it's playful. Like it's playful trolling, but it's nothing. It's nothing
Right.
serious. It's nothing.
Mostly between me and him.
Yeah, well, I do know your card game, but
still-
but it's the competitiveness. I know your card games get pretty serious, and if you guys don't know, Sweets, we call her the buyback queen because this woman will
Has
bring a
all the money.
whole team back. She'll be the last person to survive a fight, get a most wanted, survive, bring the whole team back. And just a little quick story. So she had just accomplished that feat. And I write in the chat, I put I'm sorry. You had got killed. And I put BBQ, and you thought I was saying you got barbecue because you got roasted. I'm like, no, you're the buyback queen. And ever since then, it's stuck. Well, she is truly the queen of resurrecting her team. Like I'm pretty good in most wanted contracts, but I must say, when I play with them, if I'm down, she revives me, she buys me back. I mean, and it's fun. Now, Marisol, he's the straight killer. He's the guy that's gonna go out there and he's he's the guy that's gonna go out there and go 1-on-4 and win. Especially that since he's been on P. No, man. Listen, we were in a customs tournament.
Harder.
We were in the customs tournament and we were playing against another streamer that he ended up doing a 1v1. He jumps in the window, wipes out the whole team, and she got mad because she didn't. He said, no, I'm just going in there and wipe it, and wipes out the whole team. And it was so funny. It was so funny. She challenged him to a 1v1 and she lost. But respectfully, it was a good challenge. But I mean,
hashtag RIP Asia to London.
Yeah, but like I said, man, you guys have, such amazing content, and like I said, I definitely wanted to have you guys on the platform here. But let me ask you this, Sweets, I'll actually start with you. How did you come up with your current streamer name, Sweets?
Okay, so I got into cake decorating about 7, maybe 8 years ago, not even knowing that I had the ability to do so. Actually made our son's 4th birthday cake and did a little race car on top of a track and grass and all this. And he looks at me and he goes, "You need to do this." And we are actually a part of a motorcycle riding club, and we have names on our vests. And usually one of our, I guess you'd say, father figures of the group had passed away, but he was usually the one that gave everybody their nickname. And then the club president's like, "Okay, well, you can just pick your name." And I looked at him. I said, "No, I want you to pick it for me." I said, "Normally your dad would have, but he's not here, and I want you to do it." And so he thought about it, and he come back and he goes, "Sweets. That's what you do. You decorate cake. You do, chocolate covered strawberries, all this kind of stuff." And I went, "Yeah, I like it." So I incorporated that name into the stream.
Nice. And I must say, I've seen a picture of one of the cakes you made. It was something you made. It was an almond something you made a couple of weeks ago. And I said, as soon as you figure out how to put that in the mail where I can get that cake, I'm buying. And I'm diabetic and I got to be, careful, but I'm definitely buying one. Like I'll be laying down.
I told you I can do diabetic friendly.
Yeah, yes, you did say that. Yes. So again, audience, as soon as that's available, we gonna put it out there because you are gonna buy. And Morris was like, "Oh my God, this cake was so good." It was something almond. I think you made a couple of weeks ago.
And he was pound cake with almond buttercream.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes.
It's the first time I actually ever did almond buttercream.
I'm so looking. I may have to make a trip up there just to get some cake. I don't know. I'm known to do some crazy stuff like that. So Morris, tell us. So how did you come up with your name? Where did your name start from?
I'll give the real story, which I never do. Okay? Because the Morrisall name has been with me since I was probably 15, 16, 14, 13, something like that. There's no good story about it. That's the funny part. As long as I've used it, it's tattooed on my right leg. Me and 4 other guys that we grew up with for years. We've all been nickname based like people. You know what I mean? We don't ever call each other by our real names. We all got by nicknames. As we all hit 18, or between the 5 of us, we're about 1.5 years, 2 years apart between all of us. So as everybody hit 18, we decided to get our nicknames tattooed on our legs, the names that we all used. And of course, Morrisall's on mine. But there's no cool story to it. That's the funny part. Like you're wearing my M on your chest, like Superman here.
Yes,
and I hand drew that M that's the exact M that I've hand drawn since I was 16, 15. But there's no cool story to the name. I was playing Morrowind at the time. Let's see if your face clicks. It's Elder Scrolls 3.
Okay.
It's before Skyrim. It's before Oblivion. It's before anybody cared about the games.
Right.
I was making my 4th or 5th character. If you've ever played these games, you constantly make, rather than just level up the skills, now I'm going to start over. And I decided to make a mage. And I was trying to come up with a name, and I didn't have one. And Merlin's the most famous, the first magic, user that comes to mind. So I started with M, and I just started punching letters till I came up with something. That's it. It's been that way ever since. That's all I've had.
Wow. I mean, it's still an interesting story because, like I said, usually people will have, like, my name is a spin on Black Panther. I say Pharaoh because I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We call Brooklyn, New York, the county of kings. So I always consider myself one step ahead of a king, which is a pharaoh. And like I said, BlackPharoah was just a spin on that. But that's still interesting though. That's just something that you just carried for so long that it sticks. And like I said, I mean, I never call you nothing. Like, I never even think, I know your real name. I never even think because I'm just used to, just saying it. But that's still a cool story behind it. I still,
The stupidity part of how the name was designed, and it shows that I did it this way. As I started with M, and if you notice, every other letter is a vowel and then a consonant. Consonant. I never been able to say that word, but it is. It's M and then O, R and then A, S and then O. I didn't know how to make a name.
Yeah, because when I first saw it, I was thinking, well, is it Spanish for like more sun? Because soul is sun. So I kind of didn't know where you was kind of going with it. But, now I get it. Now, that satisfied the Scooby-Doo mystery for me. Because
that's all it was my version of Merlin.
Wow. Okay. So let me ask you this: and this will go out to both of you. What is one thing your streaming community may not know about you?
I know what his is.
Okay, that's
That they don't know that he's like secretly this big-hearted person.
That's bullshit anyway.
No, it's not.
Are we allowed to what's our language?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I didn't know if we were PG or what we're at on this one, or if it was like my stream where you have to pass 3 different user agreements to get in.
No. The one thing about the stream, you're okay to be you. So, okay, so let's talk about this big heart that he has. Let's talk about that.
You brought this up.
He secretly tries to say that, his heart's about yay big and, it's black as all black can get. And it's not true. It's not
completely true.
No, it's not
completely true.
He would give the shirt off his back to somebody that didn't have one.
No, I can see that. I've gotten that vibe. So you
I don't like
more. So you can't.
Like
it's all in front.
Yeah. He likes being the bad guy. Yeah, he likes being the bad guy.
A front. It's a wall. And I guard it with a machine gun turret. It's not.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
If I was going to say, to be open and honest, the one thing that people wouldn't know about me is that I've battled anxiety and depression on and off for probably 10 years. And it's not a daily struggle. It's not something that ever goes away or something, but it's something that you work with. And I think it's something that my guess in my interactions with streamers over the years is it's probably something that for whatever the reason would be, a lot of streamers have dealt with and tons of gamers deal with. And maybe that's the link is gamers. And because a lot of us game as an escape, and there's nothing wrong with that in itself. Is if you're not hiding in it, using it as an escape from the world for a little while. We all have to have that in some way, but I don't feel like it. And there are some really good streamers out there that are better on these topics than I am because they understand better, or better communicators and talkers with their people like Susie Maluzzi and JD.st. These people are really great for those kind of subjects and topics, but I do think it's something that's not talked about enough, so I'm willing to open up and say it. I'd say that that's probably the one thing people don't know is that it's a daily, I wouldn't say a daily battle, but it's there. And that's something that probably a lot of people wouldn't know. Sweets, people wouldn't know that her hair's been 32 different colors in the last 6 years. So you go ahead with that.
I think you're on at least the second color since I've met you guys. I think it's been at least 2.
Only reason I had red for so long was because I didn't want to do a different color and then have to go back to red when we did our wedding.
Yes,
because we got married like
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, so let's talk. And I did want to talk about that because I did attend virtually, and I had just met you guys, but I did attend virtually, so I got to watch it. And so tell me, how did you guys come up with that theme? Because I mean, it was awesome. First and foremost, it was just awesome, and seeing your family and friends that were able to attend and to hear the excitement. And there was a comment that was made, not a bad comment, but there was a comment that was made. I think somebody yelled about time or something like that, which was funny. What that just tells you how much they wanted you guys to unite, and that's how I took that comment, that they was like, okay, like you guys really needed to do this. But And I'm glad that you guys did. So tell me, well, how did you guys come up with that theme for your wedding?
You want me to take this one?
Sure.
Okay. We've known each other going on 16 years. We met at a bar that we used to work at together. He was in a relationship with his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't married at the time, but he was in that relationship. I was single at the time. Thought he was drop dead gorgeous, but aside the point. Then working together, we created a friendship. I started dating my ex-husband. We, two separately got married, had kids. And once we had the kids, we were constantly doing birthday parties, cookouts, going to the pool, so forth, so on. So all four of us,
the families were friends because we knew each other. We were friends. So the kids grew up together. The families were close for a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we ran into each other. For me, it was 3 days after I left my ex-husband. And we just kind of went into a conversation that, things were going on with his relationship. I was no longer in mine. Right. And we started going through the divorces. We'd get together to let the kids play, and we would talk about, what's going on in your side. Can it help with my side? Right. Things of that sort. And then he finally asked me out on a date. And it didn't feel like a date because I've known this man for 16 years. I know everything about him. It felt normal, like it was no different than it had been before. It was just we were together now, not as friends. Right. And we looked at the situation. It's like, man, I wish, we had been able to be together back then, And it's like, no, we don't want to take that away because then we wouldn't have what we have now. And he's like, you know what? It was just simply meant to be that we got together now. And I went, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's the same.
And I actually knew what she was talking about because I loved the movie too.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Somebody has warned me a little on it, but
only because everything in our house is covered in Nightmare Before Christmas, including your wife.
Everything.
But it's my favorite besides Little Mermaid.
And I don't think you would have wanted to do a Little Mermaid style wedding, Marisol. I don't think you would have.
I don't look good. I don't look good enough, Finn.
I mean, I could see you dressed as Neptune or Poseidon. I could see you dressed like that, but I think that
I'm not an Eric. I'm not an Eric.
Although he has the brown hair and blue eyes for it, though.
Yeah,
I'm not an Eric. I'm not that kind of guy. The asshole creeping in the back.
Oh man, that is an awesome story, and that explains why you guys' chemistry. Like I see, I know of other couples who game, but they don't game together, and that kind of explains why your chemistry on camera is so good. Your chemistry and your gameplay is so good because you guys just feed off of each other so well. You guys know what the other person is thinking, and you guys, there's
been so many times that we've called drop points, and it's like I'll click it and he'll click it automatically, and it's like bing, and then it'll do the exact reverse, and it's like, how did you know I wanted to go there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you guys have definitely introduced me to the towers. The twin towers is next to the Cardi B's, and I think, and it was in your stream, you were calling it another name for female breasts, and I just looked, I was like, Cardi B's, because of the picture that came out about the Cardi B's, and it became the Cardi B's ever since. But I will say, you guys have some great drop points, and I'm always like learning something new when I drop with you guys, because it's like, oh wait, I never thought about dropping it. Everybody drops Superstore or somewhere hot or downtown, but you guys really, to me, the Twin Towers is probably one of the best drops that, and now everybody will know about it, but it's one of the best drops that nobody really knows about because.
And our oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Our strategy in Warzone has been the same since day one, and it started the way that it started from day one was because of her lack of experience in battle royales or first-person shooters in this way. And it started for trying to find a place to drop where we could get in, get some gear, get some money, get a UAV up in the air, get our load out with guns she's more comfortable with using and things that she built and she likes, because she wasn't initially, she just wasn't that good with ground loot because she's not accustomed to it.
Right.
You know, it's just inexperience at the time. But that strategy has actually carried over into us being as good as we are in the game now, which we're not up here. We're here, not down here. We're not down here anymore. We're here. But the strategy carried over and worked because that's our goal constantly as the metas in the game shift. And whereas we were dropping towers months before Stone and Z and anybody or Dodger Disrespect, everybody was dropping there, we were dropping there first because nobody was dropping there and there's so much loot available.
Yeah.
Well, then as the meta has shifted there, we've started we drop over here. We started dropping farmland a lot when it's not the first drop point, which nobody was doing. We would drop there and it was empty. There's so many houses there. So our strategy on drops has been to avoid initial confrontation.
Right.
And we've carried that strategy all the way through. And our strategy's carrying since day one up. It's one of the reasons we work so well together as a team, because we don't really alter our strategies that much. We just pick new locations to continue that same strategy. So we're trying to drop where nobody else is at and then go get in the fight, because neither one of us fares that well with a pistol off the gate.
No, I think none of us fare well with pistol. Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of drops, there's a term that you get that's very familiar in your stream that, and again, I must say, I've heard it first only in your stream, and can nobody take credit for this term? Can nobody say, it started here? Cankles. So please give us the story on just give, for the audience that doesn't understand what that word means, where that word came from and what it means and where that word came from.
Cankles for me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I think I'm the one that started saying the word first before you had heard it before, was a running joke for a long time, because your leg's so fat you don't have an ankle. It goes or you don't have anything between your calf and your ankle. It's solid all the way down to your heel, so it's a cankle. It's your calf to your ankle. It's just a cankle. Right. That was a running joke back from when we were kids. We used to mess with a buddy of mine. One of our buddies, one of the five that was talking, was a bigger guy. We used to give him jokes about that. And the reality was we just joked with him because he was a big guy. His calf was the size of my head anyway. He could have crushed it at any time he wanted to. But it was just the running joke that he didn't have a calf and a leg and an ankle. He had a cankle. It just ran straight from one to the other. Well, now anything that does to do with breaking your legs or anything for me had just always been a cankle. It'd been a running joke. Well, Dingus over here has a larger death rate on drop in than Stone Mountain. So fall damage is her worst enemy, even more so than Stone. So every time she did it, I was always yelling, "You broke your damn cankles again, didn't you?" And now it's just become a thing at this point. Yeah. Because somebody's A button doesn't work.
Or I'm just trying to get in there fast enough to revive my teammate. And
yeah, and just
if y'all have not seen that TikTok, y'all have got to check that out. There's a TikTok video of young Kaz where she was playing with young Kaz in Rebirth. Young Kaz is down on the ground, crawling on his back in Rebirth. Whole team's dead, but Caleb parachuting back in right at the time when he goes down, and he goes, "Oh God, sweets are coming! Drop right on me! Drop in on me!" He's singing, loving it. This is gonna work great. Drop in on me! Drop in on me! And she on the screen, you don't see her, you just see her name go.
I remember. Yes, we will put a link to that in the information field for the podcast, because that was so. I mean, everybody was just laughing. It was just, and you landed, I think, literally right on top of him.
Right. Yep.
Like 10 feet in front of him. Just. However, statistically, if she cankles on the very first drop in,
we have a good game.
We're top 10 every time.
Yeah, and
Has happened lately.
No, I must say you haven't, because it has to happen organically. Like,
right.
And I know you know sometimes you do it when you do it organically, like I said, you guys always top 5. I think almost every time that I've seen you do it on the first drop, you guys have always finished top 5, if not getting the dub.
Yeah.
I think it causes a different focus in her because she does it right out the gate, not like later in the
Like, oh,
game and
shit.
going on top of the gate. She's all of a sudden she's like, "Oh God, I got to do something now. I'm not this bad of a player. I've got to be better than this." And then she tries harder. I think that's what it is. It's try hard mode activated.
All right, guys. This next segment is brought to you by Diamond and Doula. If you're looking for a more holistic way towards a natural healing, check out diamondanddoula.com. I was recently diagnosed with a bad back, and she sent me some oils that I was able to put on my back so I wouldn't go around smelling like Bengay all day. And I can say that it's made wonders for my back. I'm actually even able to sit here and do this podcast now. I'm sitting a little longer, but I still have to get up and stretch. But again, go to diamondanddoula.com and she'll satisfy all your essential needs, not your CBD needs, but all your other natural healing needs. She got you. So make sure you check her out. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions, kind of rapid fire style. There's no right or wrong answer. Just kind of, just spit whatever the first thing that comes to your mind. All right,
sounds good.
All right, so since you both kind of have experience in this, console or PC?
PC.
PC now.
I think I know the answer to this one. Twitch or Facebook gaming?
Twitch.
Okay. Would you rather have 100,000 followers on your TikTok or 100,000 followers on your streaming platform?
Are we considering as actual viewers or just a follower?
Just follow count.
TikTok.
I wouldn't be concerned with either. I want to know how many active people I have in my community. Sorry, I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but
no,
That's fair.
yeah, no, it's fair. No. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong answer. Nick Merckx or Stone Mountain 64?
it depends on my mood.
Nick.
If I want to sit around, if I want to enjoy myself in a leisurely environment, have a good time, it's Stone Mountain. If I'm feeling hardcore, it's Nick Merckx.
No, that's good. No, that's Dr. Disrespect or Dr. Lupo?
Okay. I'll let Kayla. Go ahead, Kayla.
I don't watch Dr. Lupo, so I'm going to go with Dr. Disrespect.
That's fair.
I can't really pick between the two because I watch them for two different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I'm getting more into Tarkov recently.
Right.
Kayla will actually be this week starting Tarkov for the first time.
Nice.
If I want to watch Tarkov content, I'm going to be watching either Tim, Darkness 49, or Dr. Lupo, obviously. But if Dr. Disrespect's on and playing Warzone, I'll probably be watching him. So I don't really have a preference between the two.
No problem. That's kind of a both. Okay. 7 Days to Die or Phasmophobia?
7 days.
Okay.
No, this is good.
I am
good.
petrified of Phasmophobia.
And me too.
Because you hear the ghosts in your ear and it scares the shit out of me. But I'm going to pick Phasmophobia.
Really?
I don't like
She
7
doesn't
days
like
to
7
die.
days so far.
Yeah, I
think
actually
she's a
downloaded
little better
Phasmophobia.
now that we're building our own house, and me and Joel have been talking this week about making
It's
some
just,
changes to how we're running the stream for it.
Right.
I think she's going to enjoy it more this week, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I actually
So
have
far, it's just eh.
Dang.
Meh.
Yeah, I have Phasmophobia, but I have not played it because I was waiting for you to play it on. Well, if you've already played Phasmophobia, I guess I gotta play now. Shoot, I gotta play.
I've done like 3 community challenges in that game, and every time I did one, you said if I did it, you would start playing.
Yeah, I gotta.
I'm
start
looking
playing.
at you, VP.
Yeah, I gotta start playing.
And you also said if I played, you'd play.
Yes.
I played
she's
twice.
Yeah, she's played twice. Yes, I'm gonna have to buckle down.
One was not my choice.
And you were conveniently late both nights that you knew she'd be playing.
Yeah. No, actually, no. Actually, I had basketball games that night. I did have basketball games on those Fridays.
Sure.
No, I did. I did.
However, he doesn't have basketball
But I don't
season
have-
right now.
Yeah, I'm out of season
I'm like
now.
800 points from finishing another challenge where I have to do a scavenger hunt. So I'm going to expect your behind to be in that van.
Okay. All right. I might as well put in the last 800 points tonight. All right. Would you rather a 20 bomb match or a 2-kill dub?
20 bomb match because I haven't actually hit a 20 in an actual battle royale yet. I'm still sitting at 19 and it kills me. I dropped a 30 something in the Halloween zombie mode, but I haven't dropped a legit 20 bomb in a BR. I've hit 19 twice. I've hit 19 once and 18 3 times, and it's absolutely killing me. Your turn.
Mine is usually the 2 kills anyway. So but usually it's the 2 kills that matter.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think in most of my dubs, I think I had less than 5 kills. So I was like, yeah, hey, them two guys that didn't get a chance to move forward in the game. So I feel you.
No, she has actually multiple times come out of the match, and however many kills she had were those amount of kills at the end of the match.
The clutch kills.
She's come out of a match with 3 kills, and it's been the last 3 kills. Come out of a match with 2 kills, but it's the last 2. Twice I know of, she's done 2 kills, only 2 kills in the match. Both the kills were the last kills, and she was the only one standing when that happened.
Nice. Like I said, that's why she's the buyback queen, because she's out there. Not only will she get you back, but she'll clutch that game when you need it, though. Definitely. All right, so a couple of more questions before we kind of close out the show. So, if there was a movie made about your lives, where you are right now with your lives, who would you want to play you in that movie? Both, like, who will play you both?
Brad Pitt, since he's the second best looking man in the world next to me. No, I'm playing. That'd be a bad choice.
I can see him pulling it off, though. I can see him. He's versatile. I can see him pulling it off.
No. I don't think he'd do me justice. Let's pick somebody better. No. I don't know. I mean, when I was younger, I used to my face has filled in from when I was younger, but I used to get told that I had like a similar look to John Travolta at one point.
Yeah.
But
I can see it.
I would, if I had to pick, I would want it to be Keanu Reeves. I don't think my life and my story would be worthy of that, but I'd want it to be Keanu Reeves.
Nice. No, I can see the John. I can see the young Travolta. I can see it. I can see, especially in the eyes and around the nose. I can see it. I can definitely see it. What about you, Sweets? Who's gonna play Sweets in the Storm, the movie?
No, nobody can live up to that.
I think I'd have to go with Sandra Bullock
J-Lo.
for one of
Ain't nobody else got an ass as big as yours to play you. It's got to be J-Lo.
It's true. But I think Sandra Bullock, just because she can flip between the seriousness and the comedy, which I think intertwine with me, because I can be serious, but usually I'm goofy.
No, because she was excellent in Bird Box, and then I've seen the comedic side of her when I can't remember the movie where she was the special agent with Melissa McCarthy, and that was pretty funny. So yeah, I can. The
movie where she has to do the beauty pageants.
Yes,
Miss
yes.
Congeniality.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that movie was that movie was so funny. Oh my God. All right. So, what is your guilty pleasure game that you may or may not necessarily stream? Like, this is a game that you may just play offline offline that you like may not be the norm of what everybody plays. And let me say this, outside of Minecraft.
Tetris.
Star Wars Galaxy's EMU servers.
Really?
There are emulator servers from back before the combat upgrade wipe in the game that changed the entire original system to the system that failed and caused the game to crash. Mm-hmm. And she knows this. Every now and again, I get this wild hair up my butt where I still literally dream of that game. I have dreams of not like people where you dream that you're in the game. Like, you've got to have had a dream by this point, Pharoah, of you being in Verdansk.
Right.
Or being in whatever game. I have dreams of getting to play the game again with my old guild, my old friends, and my old players. And I mean, you're talking about, it's an MMO like World of Warcraft or something like that. So, but you're talking about a game that I had almost 6 or 7 years in. And I loved it till the day Sony shut the servers down.
Wow.
And I have never, ever in any game that I have played had that connection to that game again. So that one's still my guilty pleasure, because there are people that put up emulator servers, and every now and again I get back on them and start playing them again.
Nice. And Tetris, wow, oh man, that takes me back. Whew, that takes me back.
Candy Crush, don't lie.
Well, it's all from the same family, but Candy Crush, yeah, it's all from the same family, but I think mine's now has become Fortnite, because I've been playing it since we've been playing on Sunday. Since we played on Sunday, I've been playing offline.
On Sunday, she's actually said
I like it.
She said she hated Fortnite up till we played Sunday.
Never would have played before. Never played before. Was always, I mean, I've had girls on the basketball team. Coach, come on and play Fortnite. I'm like, no, I can't play Fortnite. It's such a kid's game. No. And then after playing it, I'm like. Like even with Destiny, I was like, oh my God, I was so wrong about these games. And now when I'm offline, I sneak into Fortnite now, and I'm playing. I'm like, this game is fun. It's actually a lot, it's actually it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I really enjoyed it on Sunday with the current season that they've put out with the new weapons and everything like that. I've actually enjoyed it a lot more than I have up till this point. So I got to be honest. I think I actually enjoyed playing it versus, I play it with my son because that's the game he's into. And
Right.
I tried to I thought getting him into Apex would be a solution for me if he got into another game, because COD is very sweaty and he's not to that level yet for COD. And I thought Apex would be a better solution. It's not. He loves the game and I can't stand Apex. I hate it worse than Fortnite.
Yeah.
So, but I actually really had a lot of fun in Fortnite this past weekend with him, and actually enjoyed the game itself. So I might end up playing it more with him.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, and especially his excitement. And this is one of the funny moments. He was like, "Oh my God, I got a 20 bomb this season," and you was like, "So apparently you've got 20 bombs before this
My
game."
My son's dropped 20 bombs in his game before I've ever dropped 20 bombs in mine. I'm retiring. I'm done. I'm just going to put him on the stream now.
Oh my God! But he's definitely a chip off the old block. And I must say, you left me in there with the middle school crew, and I was just like. He was like, "Welcome to my Sundays." I was like, "I feel you, brother. I feel
you
you."
Were live and I wasn't, and we were 5 people, and they were going to keep dragging us into creative modes.
Right.
So I'm not saying it wasn't an excuse to leave you with them. It was a good excuse to leave you with them and just leave you alone with them for a round. And it's just, I just wanted you to experience that. You know what I mean? Leave you with that. I immediately turned the stream on.
No, you did.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh man, but again, it was a lot of fun, and like I said, I thank you, for inviting me to play with you and your son. No calls. All right, so last question: when you retire from streaming and gaming, what would you like to be most remembered for?
What's getting ready to happen on the 1st?
Okay. So we'll stay tuned for that. Okay.
Before we go there, I would say my community, hopefully when we get to that point, I hope people would remember the amount of community involvement that we were. I think as a streamer, there isn't a thing you should reach for higher than that, than to be known for your community involvement. If you're known for anything else and that's not at least part of what you're known for, I don't feel like you did it right. You can drop 20, 30, 40 bombs and stream it and live stream it and everything, and that's great. And yes, if you're the type of person that wins in Warzone, you're not going to win 8 out of 10.
Right.
But if you're winning 2 to 3 out of 10 matches, you're dropping 20, 30, 40 bombs. The honesty is you're going to become very, very popular on any streaming platform. But you'd be doing your community a disservice if you ignored them the entire time. And if people look back to me and go, oh, he was amazing at this game, he was amazing at that game. Hey, he played this game, but he wasn't that great at it, and he was okay at this or whatever. But he was always entertaining, he was always cool, and he always talked to us. I'd be happy.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right. So as we wrap up the show again, so I know we can find you on Twitch. What are your streaming days that people can look forward to finding you? Or what days do you stream on Twitch where they can look forward to finding you? And again, we'll have a link in the description within the podcast.
So right now we're always on Monday through Friday, 8:30 by 8:30 Eastern. Fridays are 9 o'clock now because of some changes in our schedules.
Right.
So we're 8:30 Monday through Thursday, 9 o'clock on Friday. Weekends are always bonus content as our availability. If we have things going on with the family or whatever we're doing, that's fine. But if we're sitting at home, if we're playing, we're streaming. We've already decided that. If we boot up a game, there's the occasional break because you just want one. Like we were running Sunday, we were running Fortnite with you. I just didn't want to. I just wanted to chill.
Right.
But for the most part, if we're playing, we're going to be streaming. So,
okay. So again, audience, please make sure you go check out The Storm. As they said, Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, 9 on Fridays. And, again, make sure you follow them on social media. I believe it's Marisol Gaming on social medias, correct?
Yes, it is right now.
Okay.
There are, so just to go ahead and put it out there, anybody who hasn't heard or is listening, April 1st, 2021, we are making some alterations to our situation. And they're fairly large. So we're going to go live April 1st at 7 p.m. We're going in very early to compare to our normal schedule to get all this set up and started. It's going to be some big changes. So anybody wants to come out and see what's going on, please do.
Yes.
But yeah, we're making some very heavy hitting changes here.
Okay, looking forward to it. So again, I want to thank you both for taking the time to join me here on the Pharaoh's Realm. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' friendship and the games that we get and the content. And I do have to touch up on one other clip when we were playing quads and Sweets runs. So Marisol runs into a house. He's battling the team. Sweets runs into the house and says, "There's 2 in here." And she dies. I actually killed both people, but Demo jumps in the window, and then me and Demo, and I'll put the clip in the chat. Me and Demo fight each other.
Watching you beat the shit out of each other.
And we are fighting each other, and he's yelling,
fighting each other,
yes.
Res me.
And as soon as he gets res, he runs out of the house. He's like, I ain't care about plates. I ain't care about nothing. I'm just getting out of here. Oh my God, that's
These two have lost it.
These two, one comes in from the hall, and the other one comes in from the window, but they do like this. So they're both facing me, and now they're pivoting around each other, just hitting because they're already face to face. They can't see the nameplates.
Right.
They are just. Fucking goddamn, you're gonna die, you son of a. Just laying on the ground going, tick, tick, tick.
And he's dying on the ground now. Just laying there dying.
On the ground, bleeding out like.
Oh man, that was so funny.
In fairness to both of you, it was a very panicked situation in the middle of this fight. It was on the initial drop in, it went to shit quick.
Great,
so funny.
Yes, great content as always. So,
and I missed all of it because I was in the gulag.
In the gulag, yep. She was in the gulag.
I had to wait till the stream was over and go back and watch the video.
She died pretty quick. I'll double check and see. She might have cankled that one.
No. I don't think she cankled that one. She died from one of the guys in the house because when she said there's 2, I automatically knew there was 2, but I didn't realize that I had downed one and then I killed the other. But I didn't realize I didn't see the count. And when Demo jumped in the window, I just saw the skin out of the corner of my eye. So I just assume anytime if she's in the gulag and we're all still fighting that it's because of a cankle. On the initial drop, I think it's fair. Look at you.
Someone wants to join in.
Oh, hi, Scar.
Oh, Scar, yeah, the other star of the stream who likes to go in and touch the screen while you're streaming because he thinks he's playing. So again, thank you guys both again for coming out. I truly appreciate it. And as I always end the show, you could have spent your time doing anything in the world, but you spend it with me, and I appreciate it. Big up Brooklyn. Yo, Pharaoh is out.
It's Team Run, baby.